Guys, the next thing is I wanted to talk to you about using affidavits of financial information as a tool in court litigation. So let me know if you guys have affidavits of financial information wherever you are. It could be called a financial affidavit or an affidavit of financial information. But where I am in Arizona, in every case involving child support, or if there's spousal maintenance at issue, or attorney's fees at issue, or there's any financial issues in a family law case, then both parties are required to complete an affidavit of financial information. An affidavit of financial information basically asks tons of questions. You have to fill out this form and you have to lay out every single expense that you have. And at least the one in Arizona is pretty comprehensive. It asks for everything down to pet expenses, the amount that you use for cigarettes and for alcohol and for recreation and entertainment and newspapers and haircuts. Not only do you have to fill out all of your expenses, but you also have to fill out all of your income from all sources. So this is helpful, especially in cases involving child support. Over the past week, I had two trials, believe it or not, and they both involved child support. And in one of the cases, it was a contempt issue. The other party, we had alleged that she had been in contempt, or that she was in contempt because she owed my client, it was like $30,000 in past child support. So the other party came to court. She was not represented by an attorney. And, she pretty much broke every command the courtroom rule in the book. She was not prepared at all. She, had no direction. She was upset, yelling at times at my client, yelling at the judge, no control, no preparation. And anyways, that was the extent of her case, her yelling, screaming, and crying for about 40 minutes, which I understand. And that's why I'm doing this, so people can get prepared. But she was saying that she could not afford to pay child support, and that's why she was behind, that she couldn't find a job, that she had felony convictions, so nobody would hire her, blah, blah, blah. So what I did was I used her affidavit of financial information as a way to impeach her. And on her affidavit of financial information, she did list things as cigarettes and recreation and entertainment. She has a medical marijuana card, and she had admitted to the court that she buys marijuana on a regular basis. So using these things, I was able to get the point across to the judge that she was spending money on other items that might be considered, quote, luxury, not necessity items. So she had the money to pay child support, and she chose not to. In that case, the court ended up finding the mother in contempt of court. He didn't do anything like throw her in jail, but he found her in contempt and issued some other sanctions. So if any of you are ever dealing with a contempt case, that affidavit of financial information is very valuable. In the other child custody case, I had father listed, all of his expenses on the affidavit of financial information, and they were very close to his income. In that case, we were asking for, of course, child support and spousal maintenance. The father was saying, I cannot afford it. And, if you looked at the affidavit, it was pretty clear that, maybe he couldn't afford spousal. But it came out during testimony that father was recreationally using cocaine. And he actually had to test and tested positive for that cocaine use. And I think, the court ordered him to pay spousal maintenance, probably because the court found that, if you have money to buy cocaine, then you really should be paying child support and probably can contribute towards the support of your soon-to-be ex. So those are a couple of cases where, those affidavits of financial information really helped me and my clients out. So if you ever have to fill out an affidavit of financial information in your case, it's really important to be as accurate as possible. Don't overinflate your numbers and don't underestimate your numbers either. I mean, really be accurate, because if you're not accurate, it could come back to bite you in the end. Also keep in mind that if you do an affidavit of financial information early in the case and then later you have to update that financial affidavit, that if there's huge inconsistencies, again, that could really come back to bite you in the bottom. So that's what I have to say about affidavits of financial information.